Rashawn and Chrisean Jr. were seen front row and center in church. She was holding him, of course, and he was holding his head back. And to see that this child is still lacking infant development is horrible. And apparently he's still drinking out of a bottle. But to know that this child cannot even sit up or walk on his own without any support is just terrible.
This ain't no rumor. This ain't no she said, he said. This is Chrisean Rock breaking her silence on something so painful, so raw. It's left the entire internet in a meltdown. In a moment that fans are
I have notes in my phone. Who got my phone?
You have what?
Notes.
Notes?
Yeah.
What kind of notes do you have?
The word.
And why's your tooth in?
Oh, it's a special day.
Oh, it's a special day. Would I allow you space and time? I think Pastor Tim took care of it pretty good, because around here,
calling her most vulnerable confession ever, Chrisean finally revealed why her 2-year-old son still can't walk or talk. And let's be clear, this wasn't no par-crafted statement. This was full tears, shaking hands, her voice cracking as she looked dead into the camera and said, "Y'all don't even know what I go through with my baby every day." Then, she said the words that stopped the internet. "He was born with something I was too scared to speak on." From IG Live clips to secret DMs from alleged nurses, from fans flooding the comments with prayers to others straight up accusing her of neglect, it's all blowing up fast. But what really happened to Chrisean JRB? And why did it take this long to tell the truth? You're not ready for what's about to unfold, because this story, it's darker than you imagined. And the twist at the end? Unforgivable. The world first met Chrisean Rock as the fiery, unfiltered force on Blueface's reality show, a girl who didn't bite her tongue, who fought for her man, and who made headlines just by walking into a room. But behind all the chaos, the viral fights, the IG lives gone wrong, and the countless rumors, was a young woman carrying something way heavier than fame. It was the birth of her son, Chrisean JRB, that marked.
Rashawn and Chrisean Jr. were seen front row and center in church. She was holding him, of course, and he was holding his head back. And to see that this child is still lacking infant development is horrible. And apparently he's still drinking out of a bottle. But to know that this child cannot even sit up or walk on his own without any support is just terrible.
A major turning point. But now, that turning point has become a national conversation, and fans everywhere are asking the same thing. Why can't her 2-year-old baby walk or talk? Let's rewind to when it all started. A baby born into madness. When Chrisean first announced her pregnancy, the internet exploded. Not in celebration and division. Half the internet thought she was making it up to keep Blueface close. The other half, terrified for what that child would be born into. From the moment she posted that first ultrasound photo, the drama never stopped. Blueface denied the child repeatedly. His mother, Carlissa, jumped on IG Live with accusations that the pregnancy was a clout move, and Chrisean, instead of laying low, got louder, wilder, and more defensive than ever. During her pregnancy, fans noticed something strange. She was constantly on the move at shows and studios, on flights. Multiple fan pages.
that's a problem. Take the table, everything over there. Give it up for my daughter, Chrisean, again. Chrisean Jr., that's my man. I taught at, Pastor Wayne, you can take the day off. Unless you want to chime in, you can sit up front, because you may have some questions from the Baltimore delegation.
Started compiling footage showing her smoking, drinking, and fighting while visibly pregnant. The screenshots were damning. People begged her to take it seriously. Even
1,000 feet away from my house. What you doing over here?
I'm pregnant with your baby.
That ain't my baby. Oh man, you keep my shit. Bitch, eat my shit.
I got your bitch right here.
celebrities stepped in subtly. A now deleted tweet from a love and hip-hop star read, "Motherhood ain't a storyline. That baby deserves better." But Chrisean clapped back hard. "Mind y'all business. I know what I'm doing." The delivery room mystery. When Chrisean JRB was born, everything went silent. No vlog, no hospital pics, no Blueface. Just a blurry Instagram story with the caption, My little king finally here. But it's what wasn't said that had fans concerned. And oh wait, no birth date, no signs of family support, and absolutely no public appearance from Blueface. Weeks went by, then months. Chrisean kept posting, but the baby, always off camera, always turned away, always cropped out. Then came the first live where fans really got scared. Chrisean was rocking the baby, talking erratically, mumbling about God and protecting him from your demons. When someone commented, "Why does he keep shaking like that?" she immediately ended the live. That's when the speculation began. Reddit threads titled, "Does Chrisean Jr. have developmental delays? Something's not right with that baby. Why won't she show him clearly?" And for months, the questions grew louder until finally, someone close to Chrisean leaked a private photo to a gossip blog showing the baby strapped in a car seat, staring blankly into space, his limbs appearing stiff, his mouth slightly open, drooling. The blog claimed, "Insiders say he hasn't hit basic milestones, can't crawl, doesn't babble, can't even hold his head upright." It spread like wildfire. And just like that, the public started asking, is Chrisean hiding something about her son's condition? The first cracks in her armor by the time Chrisean tried to address it, the narrative had already spiraled. She posted a video in tears, cradling her son, saying, "He good, he just quiet, leave my baby alone." But fans weren't buying it. One user commented, "He's not quiet, he's unresponsive. Something's wrong and you know it." Another wrote, "You're hurting him more by not getting him help." That video was viewed 9 million times in 24 hours. And still, she gave no answers. Until now, because this week, Chrisean sat down on IG Live and finally admitted the truth behind his struggles. But what she said left everyone speechless. The IG Live started with no warning, no filter, no makeup, just Chrisean in a hoodie, cradling her son in one arm, and a look on her face that fans had never seen before, exhausted, scared, and dead serious. "I'm not doing this for clout," she said in the first few seconds, voice already trembling. "I'm doing this because I'm tired of the lies. Tired of people saying I don't love my baby, that I hurt him." The chat exploded. "Tell the truth, Rock. We've been waiting on this. Is he okay or not?" Then she took a deep breath and said it. "My son got diagnosed with developmental delay disorder. They said he was showing signs from birth. I ain't wanna believe it at first, but it's true." Boom. That one sentence was like a nuke across social media. The words developmental delay immediately started trending. Clips of the live got reposted within minutes, racking up millions of views. She went on, "They told me at the hospital something might be off. Like, his body was stiff. He ain't cry the way normal babies cry. His reflexes was slow. But I was like, no, he good. He just need time." She wiped her face, choking back sobs. "I was scared to take him back for checkups, 'cause I knew they was gone try to label him. They always wanna label black kids like they broken or something." And just like that, Chrisean had confirmed what fans had feared for months. But the real twist, it wasn't just what she said, it was what she revealed next: leaked medical forms from her own phone. As the live continued, Chrisean reached for her other phone, the one fans swear she only uses for personal stuff, and pulled up a document on screen. "Y'all think I'm lying?" she snapped. "Here, read it your damn self." She angled the screen toward the camera. On it was a pediatric report dated 2 months earlier, showing the name Chrisean JRB, and a flagged note. Patient exhibits signs of hypotonia, delayed gross motor function, and speech regression. Suggested early intervention therapy and neurology referral. Screenshots immediately flooded X Twitter. Gossip blogs went nuts. @RumorSpot tweeted, "Confirmed. Chrisean's son can't walk or talk at 2 years old. Medical proof just hit live." @Tiwatamara posted, "That baby ain't slow. He's struggling. Why did she wait so long to get him help?" But what made it worse was what happened right after the live ended. Blueface goes live with Carlissa and ID gets Hugla not even 10 minutes after Chrisean logged off. Blueface popped up on Instagram Live. And who was with him? Carlissa, sipping wine, smirking, ready to throw gasoline on the fire. I told Yul she wasn't fit, Carlissa said. Now the truth out. That baby ain't just delayed, he been neglected. Blueface, looking cold and distant, said this. I ain't even know what was wrong with him till the blogs told me. I don't see my son like that. She don't let me. Then came the bombshell. If I had custody, he'd be in therapy. He'd be walking already. But she wanna be a rapper, a fighter, a celebrity, not a mom. The internet lost IT. Carlissa chimed in with one more jab. I'm calling CPS again. That baby needs saving. Fans were furious. Not because Chrisean was innocent, but because the father had just used his son's medical condition to go viral. This ain't the moment to attack her. One fan tweeted, the baby is suffering and y'all making it about your egos. Fake friends leak messages, and the blame begins to be nightfall. Two of Chrisean's former friends known by their handles at Lil Bitoxic and at Merrick now started leaking text messages from their group chat. One message allegedly from Chrisean read, sometimes I don't even know if I can raise him. I be so mad at God for doing this to him. Another read, he don't look at me like normal babies. I feel like he hates me already. At Lil Bitoxic captioned the leak. Y'all worship her like she's strong. She's drowning. That baby needs a real village. Some fans supported Chrisean, saying the messages showed a woman in pain. Reaching out, others were disgusted. You mad at God? What about being mad at yourself for drinking and smoking while pregnant? One user posted, but the most shocking twist came from someone no one expected. Chrisean's own cousin, a woman named Nia Rock, who posted a TikTok saying she had witnessed something during the baby's first few months that made her cut Chrisean off completely. What she claimed will send chills down your spine. TikTok was on fire. Within just 40 minutes of Chrisean's IG live ending, a TikTok uploaded by user at Nairok Official confirmed by multiple insiders to be Chrisean's real-life cousin went from 2,000 views to 2.8 million in under an hour, and the caption alone, I stayed silent for 2 years, but after today, I can't protect her anymore. Here's what I saw. The video started simple. Naya in a hoodie, no background music, straight to the point. I'm not doing this for likes. I'm not trying to ruin her career. I love Chrisean, but that baby deserves the truth. Then she leaned in, whispering, y'all wanna know why Chrisean JRB ain't walking or talking? It ain't just medical. I lived with her the first 6 months after he was born. I helped feed him, rock him, take him to sleep. And what I saw in that house still haunts me. And then came the bombshell. She used to leave him crying for hours while she filmed content. I once caught her in the bathroom smoking weed while he was screaming in the bassinet. She would say, I need a break. I didn't sign up for a disabled baby. The video cuts and then shows blurry footage of what appears to be Chrisean pacing back and forth in the living room, visibly stressed, yelling into the air. He don't even act normal. Like, what is wrong with him? The IG audio file that shook the internet, as if that wasn't enough. An audio file was posted to X, formerly Twitter, by @TheralTedia, a known gossip insider, who captioned it, this ain't from a hater. This is from a private IG voice note Chrisean sent to one of her old hairstylists. Listen close. In the audio, Chrisean can be heard saying, it's like, every time I look at him, I remember what I messed up. He don't crawl. He don't talk. He barely even looks at me. I swear I be wanting to just walk out. The word walk out triggered a frenzy. Thousands of fans responded instantly, many in support, others outraged. @Fan4 Chrisean tweeted, she's being raw and honest. That's called postpartum pain. She needs help, not hate. @ProtectTheKids clap back. Postpartum don't excuse abuse. That child didn't ask to be here, and just when people thought it couldn't get worse. The Carlissa CPS. Bombshell Carlissa's Saffold, Blueface's infamous and always controversial mother, went live again, only this time she brought documents, waving around what she claimed was a copy of a CPS investigation report. Carlissa said, y'all think I be lying just to hate on her? Nah, the state been looking into this, and y'all better believe they reached out to me too. She held the camera close to the paperwork, partially blurred for legal reasons, but with one sentence clearly visible: multiple reports of neglect, unsupervised infant exposure to physical hazards, and refusal to attend medical follow-up appointments. And the date? 3 months ago. Carlissa then said the words that broke the internet. That baby got brain swelling. Blueface ain't even know. She never told him. Immediately. The phrase brain swelling trended on every major platform. Speculation spiraled. Theories exploded. Was Chrisean JRB born with neurological damage? Was it caused by prenatal exposure to drugs or alcohol? Celebrity responses pour in. Now, the story had hit not just fans but major hip-hop celebrities, influencers, and activists. Summer Walker posted a cryptic tweet. "That's why I kept my baby out the spotlight. Y'all want clout more than y'all want healing." Masika Kalisha went on IG Live, saying, "If that baby's struggling, that ain't his fault. That's on the grown-ups who keep failing him." Even Nick Cannon, father of 12 and someone familiar with public parenting debates, chimed in during a podcast appearance. "We gotta stop glorifying trauma. If a child is in need, we all should care, not just comment." A final twist. The nurse's Noteth most devastating part came not from a family member, not from a celebrity, but from a pediatric nurse who used to work at the same hospital where Chrisean delivered her baby. Under an anonymous profile, she posted the following to Reddit. "I remember her baby. Beautiful boy. But when I examined him, something felt off. His limbs weren't responding the way they should have. His breathing was shallow. When I mentioned this to her, she said, 'Don't start. I ain't got time for bad news.' That's when I knew he was going to need help, and that he might not get it. This isn't just a story about a celebrity in trouble. It's about a baby who's been caught in the crossfire of fame, pain, and silence. But as the pressure mounts and the truth keeps pouring out, there's one final twist that may be the most explosive of all, because someone very close to Blueface just came forward with a secret that could tear this entire situation wide open and change custody forever. The internet was in a frenzy. Hashtags like hashtag protect Chrisean Jr., hashtag Chrisean exposed, and hashtag CP Snow were dominating every platform. Twitter, TikTok, Reddit, even Facebook entities were jumping into the chaos. Everyone had a theory. Everyone had an opinion. But no one had answers. And now, even reality TV execs are weighing in. Reality show cancelled? Multiple reports have confirmed that Zeus Network, the same platform that made Chrisean a viral star, is putting her spin-off on pause. Insiders claim producers were preparing a new season featuring her solo motherhood journey, with Blueface barely mentioned. But as soon as the medical rumors hit, the network allegedly froze production and began scrubbing footage. An internal leak shared a chilling quote from a producer's meeting. "We can't air something that makes us look complicit. If that child is really suffering, we're not going down with her," a network legal advisor added. Zeus has received at least 14 emails from advocacy groups threatening to sue if we promote her as a fit mother without disclosing this child's condition. This development? Massive. Because it means Chrisean's income, reputation, and custody battle could all collapse simultaneously. Fans split. Support versus outrage. The supporters, a portion of Chrisean's fans, mostly on TikTok and IG, are standing behind her. They're using the phrase, "Motherhood isn't perfect. She needs help, not hate." One user, at QueenSav2023, posted a heartfelt video with over 3.1 meters views, yelled bashing her while she's clearly breaking down. "That baby don't need the internet, he needs a mom who's healing. And we need to let her." Another viral video by Derek Suppert showed dozens of mothers sharing stories about their own kids' developmental delays, pleading with the public. "It's more common than you think. Don't punish her for something medical." But not everyone was so understanding. The outrage mob, calling for action on Twitter and YouTube. Fans were ruthless. A channel called Mommy Watch uploaded a 17-minute expose titled, "Is Chrisean Rock Dangerous to Her Own Child?" Inside the shocking pattern, the video broke down every incident since her pregnancy. The smoking footage, the hospital record leaked, the missing pediatric checkups, the erratic IG live visit ended with the quote, "This is no longer entertainment. This is neglect." One of the most viral threads on X, by user @BlackMoMajesties, read, "Chrisean Jr. is going to grow up and see all this. Every missed milestone, every moment his mother dismissed his pain, it's all online. And we let it happen." Their tweet? Over 450,000 likes and 120,000 reposts. Blueface's team response, and then, out of the shadows came Blueface's legal rep with a short, deadly message. "We are currently reviewing all necessary medical and psychological documents regarding the child's welfare. Our client is considering pursuing primary custody." Boom. That was all it took. The headlines flipped in seconds. Blueface wants custody. Father steps up after medical crisis. Custody battle loading. And fans were instantly split again. Blueface can't even keep his own life together. At least he's trying to save the child. They both toxic. CPS needs to step in. But this time, it wasn't just fans talking. Activists and child protection advocates speak out. National Child Advocacy Council issued a public statement. Regardless of celebrity status, all children deserve a safe and supportive environment. We urge the state of California and Georgia to perform a comprehensive wellness check on the minor involved. An online petition titled, "Intervene Now, Save Chrisean Jr." crossed 100,000 signatures in less than 24 hours. It claimed, "This is not about judgment. This is about accountability. Every red flag has been made public. What are authorities waiting for?" The pressure was undeniable. And now, the final nail in the coffin might come from someone no one expected, because someone from within Chrisean's own inner circles, someone who's been silent through it all, is about to break their silence and testify in court. And what they're about to say could end it all. Just when the world thought the storm couldn't get any more violent, it did. An emergency custody hearing was scheduled within 72 hours of Chrisean's life. And the judge? None other than Hon. Leslie M. Burden, infamous for her zero-tolerance stance on child endangerment. The public was locked out of the courtroom, but that didn't stop the leaks. A courtroom insider, someone who claimed to be a stenographer, posted this anonymously. The courtroom went silent when her cousin Naya took the stand. She said, "I saw her slap Junior across the leg just because he dropped her phone." Chills. He was 18 months old and couldn't even speak. She screamed at him like he was a grown man. "I left the house that day and never came back." Gasps could be heard. People thought Naya was lying. Until Blueface's lawyer pulled out a screen-recorded video that hadn't been seen by the public. In the footage, Chrisean is seen yelling, pacing, and crying while Lil Jr. is heard wailing in the background. Then, there's a thud and silence, even though the footage cuts out before anything graphic. The damage was done, and in that moment, everything changed. The judge's warning, "Your son comes first or not at all." Court reporters say Judge Burton's words were blunt and cold. "You are a young woman in pain, but your child is not your therapy. He is not your coping mechanism. He's a person, a vulnerable person, and you've made him a spectacle." Then came the blow no one expected. "This court is placing your child under temporary protective custody while we conduct a full evaluation." Gasps again. Chrisean reportedly broke down in tears. Her lawyer requested a delay. Denied. "We're not waiting for another IG live," the judge said. "We move now." Outside the courtroom, dozens of protesters gathered, some holding signs that said, "Protect Black babies, this ain't entertainment." But the final twist was still to come. CPS file leaked online, and it's devastating. Within hours of the courtroom decision, an anonymous whistleblower leaked part of the CPS investigative file. Here's what it reportedly contained: multiple missed pediatric checkups, refused speech and physical therapy services, unstable home environment, exposure to filming, fights, and verbal abuse. Mother has history of emotional instability, suspected substance use relapse, and then the most haunting note: child is at risk for failure to thrive if immediate support is not provided. Social media detonated. @Thenibur Hadathurth posted, This isn't just messy anymore. This is life-threatening. At Chrisean support wrote, I love her, but we can't defend this anymore. The nation was watching, and the judge wasn't done. The cliffhanger. Blueface files for full custody and a restraining order late that night. Blueface's legal team officially filed for full custody of Chrisean Jr., and not just that, they requested a restraining order against Chrisean, citing the leaked video, the cousin's testimony, and the CPS file. He posted one thing to IG before turning his comments off. I'm doing what I should have done from the beginning. Protect my son. No more games. No emojis. No laughing. No shade. For the first time in this whole saga, it seemed like Blueface might actually be serious. So now, the fate of Chrisean JRB hangs in the balance. Will Chrisean fight back? Will more damning evidence surface? And is Blueface the answer, or just another toxic chapter waiting to repeat? We don't know, but we do know this. The story is far from over. This story, this painful, gut-wrenching, unfolding tragedy isn't just about celebrity drama anymore. It's about a child who didn't ask to be born into chaos. A little boy who just wants to be heard, and maybe finally walk and talk without the whole world watching. And now we ask you, the viewer, was Chrisean hiding the truth? Or was she scared to face it? Should Blueface with all his chaos even be allowed near custody rights? Or is the system just waiting to fail another black child on live television? Drop your thoughts in the comments. We want to hear every perspective. Team Chrisean? Team Blueface? Or are y'all just Team Junior? If you were the judge right now, what would you do? Hit that like button if this video had you shook. Subscribe if you want real updates, real fast, the moment this story flips again. Turn on notifications because the next move in court could determine Chrisean's future as a mother, and let us tell you, this ain't the end. More videos, more leaks, more truths are already surfacing. We've got inside sources telling us this entire case is about to explode in ways no one expected. So don't go nowhere, because the next headline might just be Chrisean fights back in court, leaks video that could destroy Blueface's case. Yup, that one's coming. Stay tuned, stay shocked, stay locked.